Y'all females really be letting dudes like this break your heart? Everyone loves body shaming when it's not against chubby girls. Yeah, didn't you know? It's only funny as long as it doesn't apply to you. Also, for some reason, I just randomly decided to type in double standard in this whole Fatlogic subreddit search bar, and holy cow, there's a lot. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/Fatlogic, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Okie dokie, let's go. The idea that fat people are at a higher risk for dying from the virus is just wrong. Then why is it listed as one of the reasons you get expedited in the vaccination line? Because I didn't exactly feel proud of myself for listing that as a reason when I was getting my application put in. The body acceptance movement can't grow if we don't support every type of body, thin and fit bodies included. This is an important message to get out there. The body positivity movement is a beautiful one, but being in this business, I don't see it being all inclusive. Women that are lean, fit, thin, skinny, whatever word you want to use, are being attacked for their size, for their shape, or for promoting unhealthy, unrealistic images. I'm one of them, and I'd like to think I do everything in my power to show my real life, how I eat, how I exercise, my self-care, and my indulgences. So I hope whoever needs to see this does, and that we can make this movement about everybody. This is about living your healthiest, best life, not about the shape or size. There can't be a movement called health at any size if that movement itself bashes people for being under 200 pounds. And then at the same time, you have people that apparently if you're not bigger than them, you're beneath them and then you're a monster. Like, isn't the whole being happy with your body part of the whole my body, my choice thing? Like, how are you going to get upset at somebody else for wanting to eat chicken instead of 2 pizzas? He weighs 152.9 pounds. He's a twig. Yeah, there is absolutely no way in heck this would work with it being switched around saying that the person was overweight, because apparently it's only okay to body shame if it's a person that's actually healthy. I hate the term morbidly obese because fat isn't deadly, and you aren't going to die from having fat, said no heart ever. There is plenty of good research describing how focusing on obesity causes more harm than good, starting at HaysHealthSheets.com, and go from there. And consider that your knee-jerk reactions may be fat-phobic. Of course, the information is coming from the site that is biased towards your idea. Here's a challenge. How about you go to Google and come up with something that's actually credible, and don't comb through 10 pages of Google documents to find the 1 out of 10,000 documents that actually goes towards your stuff, like this document here. Oh, and WebMD don't count because apparently you can get cancer from sneezing. Hard to swallow pills. There is no proven way to lose weight and keep it off long term. There are no proven health benefits to losing weight. Everything we think we know about obesity is corporate marketing. I'm just gonna get these one at a time. There is a proven way, and it's called changing your lifestyle. Yes, there is a proven benefit to losing weight. It's called I get to make it to 70 years old. Yep, that is totally correct. Just because there is a corporate market to it means that you should remain 450 pounds. It's all propaganda to sell you those mobility scooters, ain't it? Those things honestly do look pretty fun, and I've seen some people do some really weird stuff with go-kart motors and stuff, but I don't need one, so I'm gonna save it for somebody that actually does need one, like the elderly. Our bodies are full of wisdom. When it comes to restriction and weight loss, the wisdom is evident, not during weight loss, but in the ensuring weight regain. Our bodies are smarter than diet culture. I do not believe you know what wisdom means. Y'all telling us to just stop being fat when most of us fat people eat better than most skinny people. I cook my own food 95% of the time. I greatly enjoy vegetables. Meanwhile, so many skinny people just gorge themselves on ramen and fast food. Maybe get on our level and then we'll talk. You say that you cook your own food 95% of the time, but you say that you're also still big. What exactly are you cooking, and how much is it? Because while salad may be a healthy choice, 2 tons of it is not, especially when you turn it into a soup with a plethora of ranch. Curious why it is that hashtag stop being fat is apparently an unacceptable trending topic, when we all know hashtag stop being gay or hashtag stop being black would be called out as intolerant claptrap. Not everyone is overweight because of gluttony. Many overweight people are victims of abuse, genetics, impulse control, control disorders, medicine side effects, and processed foods. Abuse does lead to depression, which can lead to you actually gaining weight. Genetics means your metabolism is going to function at different rates. Does not mean that you cannot lose the weight, means that some people are going to lose it easier than you. Your genetics are not the reason you have to ride a mobility scooter just to get around Walmart, and not because of your age, but because of the fact that you're 700 pounds. Impulse control disorders. Again, could have been a stem from the depression, which leads to eating disorders. It's unfortunate, but it is there. Medicine side effects. What side effect causes you to become 700 pounds? The most I've heard people talk about is maybe gaining 30 pounds, and the majority of it being water weight. For processed foods, that all just comes from there being fast foods every single which way you look, and instead of back in the 70s when there was a lot less. No, my mother suffered hyperthyroidism, my wife hypothyroidism. My mother could eat 6,000 calories and sit on her and still lose weight, while my wife is bullied, diets, exercises, and can barely keep her weight down. Learn C before posting. I'm fairly certain, considering I know people that have hyperthyroidism, it doesn't cause you to gain that much weight. And also, I'm strongly disbelieving the whole statement of sitting on your butt and eating 6,000 calories a day and still losing weight. That is not gonna happen, because honestly, that only seems possible with having the Flash's metabolism. And isn't 6,000 calories like 4 times the recommended daily allowance anyway? Eating junk food is so common that when somebody starts eating healthy, it's instantly labeled as dieting. If you grow up with certain habits and certain eating habits of the people that actually feed you, it definitely does feel a little weird when you suddenly change it and then people ask, are you not gonna have your second helping? Because honestly, that just realizes, oh yeah, that wasn't alright. Even if health condition was directly caused by body size, it's not. The treatment would still not be attempting weight loss. Pursuing weight loss is never the answer, is literally one of the biggest answers. Please do explain where you got your answer from. Bro, no one else's life should concern you unless it's your life, or they ask you for advice. So stop giving an S, bro, like no one cares about your fat-phobic opinion. I'm 230 pounds and 5'5", and I'm at no risk for any obesity-related diseases. Wanna know why? Because my visceral fat is at a 9. The healthy range is between 3 and 12. You also cannot look at someone and judge what their visceral fat level is. Get bent. In a nutshell, if anybody doesn't know, visceral fat is fat that is under muscle, not on top. So instead of giving them a squishy appearance, it is still there, but it just doesn't show as much. But because it's under the muscle, though, doesn't mean it's not as bad. Plus, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that is not all visceral fat for you to be 5'5" and 230 pounds, because that don't add up. There is absolutely no way your body takes in fat and then automatically says, oh yeah, let's store absolutely all of it under the muscle. And most doctors also believe that obesity is a disease and that BMI is a good predictor of health. Sadly, most medical professionals are living in diet culture and fat phobia as much as the rest of the population. It's wild that doctors tell patients to lose weight when diets have a 95% failure rate and often leave people in worse shape than when they started. Y'all guys are gonna ride that sentence into the ground, aren't you? Can you imagine if doctors prescribed any other treatment or medication with a 95% of failure? There is such intense fear of fatness that entire lives and careers are dedicated to trying to eliminate fat people, and the universe is so certain of the importance of fat people that fat bodies are so resilient that they expand anyway. So what, you're saying that it's the nature of the universe for you to have more mass? Fat and thin people with kidney failure experience similar benefits to health and longevity when they receive a live donor kidney transplant. Yet, fat patients are routinely denied kidney transplants until they lose weight, a delay that can increase the risk of serious complications like graft loss by as much as 68%. People with diabetes and hepatitis C are not routinely denied kidney transplants, even though their conditions dramatically increase the risk of complications and health. Also, when they are on dialysis, fat people have a survival advantage over thin people. Does this mean we should deny thin people dialysis until they can gain weight? Wouldn't that be prudent? If you give a fat person a kidney, you're throwing away an organ that could save someone's life. Providing kidney transplants to fat people saves lives. Fat people who received a kidney transplant experience a 48% 48 to 66% reduction in the risk of health in the year following the transplant, compared to fat people who do not receive a transplant. No shit, Sherlock. You replace any car part, that car part is gonna function better than the old one. That's like wondering why your car has a smoother ride after you replace all of the tires. Fat people have higher rates of complications, sweaty, that's why they're denied transplants. Heart. Fat people have an approximately 20 to 40% greater risk of death in the 8 years following a kidney transplant compared to thin people, although we cannot know if that increased risk was caused by a delay in treatment. Weight regain post-transplantation among patients required to lose weight or another confounding factor, but that risk is far outweighed by the survival benefits of transplantation, leading researchers to conclude that obesity should not be a contraindication for transplantation. But honestly, this entire conversation is despicable, inhuman, soulless. People are actually conducting research to determine whether fat people should be offered life-saving medical care. Our world hates fat people so much that this question seems reasonable to ask. But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.